Y'all, today I'm gonna be doing something different. I got this 26-foot pipe. It's a well pipe. It's actually 2 3/16 pipe. I got me a couple pins here, a steel rod, and where'd I put my snatch block? I got a snatch block right there. What I'm building today for the back of this winch truck is a set of gin poles, and I got some cable here for my what's going to hold the pipe up, and we'll be able to probably tie them up to the top of the headache rack, and they'll come to the end of the poles so they don't fall down on me, and I can use them to adjust and pick up stuff. But this truck, old 77 here, this old winch truck, had a set of gin poles for it at one time. Back when I first got it, they actually set in these little spots right here, and they had a pin that went through them. Well, I overextended them up one day and snapped them in half and dropped them on the top of a truck. So I'm going to build a new set, hopefully a stronger set, because the other ones were, the old ones were pretty rusted and stuff. So what I'm going to do today is, this pipe has a swell on it for the collar to screw onto the threads. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it flush here on this end, and the other end's the same way, but it has a collar on it. I'm going to take this strap right here, I'm going to wrap it around itself so I can make a nice straight line. This is what I know I got a perfect line all the way around. I take my chalk here and I'll trace it. And why I'm cutting these off is so I can get an equal measurement. And I'm going to cut this pipe in half. Like I said, this pipe's 26 inches long, or 26 feet long, my bad. And I'm going to cut it in half, and whatever the length is when I cut these ends off and cut it in half, that's basically how long my poles are. Now I probably have a longer stick so I can make my poles a little longer. Most poles are averaging about 6 feet to 8 feet, but what I'm going to be doing is, let me show you real quick. This bucket truck right here, let me get these legs to fold up on this thing so I don't smack them on things. This old bucket truck right here, I'm going to be removing the boom off the back of it, and I can't think of any other way to do it other than my winch truck. And I'm also going to remove this utility bed off of it so I can patch the floors inside the boxes and clean it up so I can get it painted. So to order to do that, I got to have something to lift this off. I thought about dragging this truck over to a tree and using a tree, but I also need this unit close to the garage so I could redo all the wiring on it and the hydraulic lines, and I need to take the pumps off and have the pumps rebuilt. So that's what I'm trying to do, but my main deal is I need to get the truck, I need to get the boom off the truck so I can get the truck back up and running so I can sell it. I'm not keeping the truck. I bought another truck. I ain't showed it yet, but I think it's going to be a better truck for this unit because it's a 3/4 ton as well. But on the back of that 1 ton, there's a rear end. It's a 1 ton rear end. I'm going to be taking the springs off of it, putting it over on the other truck to convert it from a 3/4 ton to a 1 ton. And I haven't decided if I'm going to swap the axles or not, because I don't really want to mess up the gear ratio versus 4-wheel drive. But it's going to be a 4-wheel drive, extended cab, bucket truck with a 7.3 turbo diesel with a 5-speed in it. That's the plan. I was going to use the other truck, the one I had in the video where I took the starter off and tried to get it running. That was the truck. It was a single cab 90 Ford. I was going to try to get that one running and stick this unit over on it, but I decided not to. Not because that truck's beyond my repair, but to I'm gonna use that truck for something different. I haven't made up my mind what I'm using it for. I ain't decided if I'm gonna turn it into a flatbed or if I'm gonna turn it into a dump truck. That old 73 that I had, that old GMC, the old truck's pretty tired. The motor runs good, but it's tired. The truck's, you know, it's great for farm use. The GMC is. But I kind of want to upgrade. I want a bigger truck. I want a newer truck. But it all depends on what finances and stuff will allow me to have. So basically, I take junk and I fix it to have junk. So I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna cut this. I got my cutting torch here. I also got my angle grinder here. So we'll see which one goes first. If this angle ironer cuts quicker, and I know it's going to cut cleaner, I'll use the angle grinder. If push comes shove, if it takes too long, I'll just fire up the torch and cut it with the torch. I can always clean up the ends afterwards. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the two ends, and I'm going to measure it out and cut it in half. I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. Just going to cut the ends off, find the middle point with a tape measure, whatever the length is, I don't know. Cut it in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'll come back and we'll heat these ends up, and I'm going to smash them flat so they can slide in the slots on the back of the dump truck. Or not dump truck, but the winch truck. And like I said, I got these 1-inch pins right here. Have slide through the pipe and into the back, and then I'll have to figure out how to bring them in. And I had another piece of pipe. I'm going to weld it up. Probably weld some washers on each end so it can't slip off, and the poles will be stuck together basically like this. And I hang my shiv off of it. Won't be able to double line it because I'll be using my snatch block for my shiv, and until later on down the road I can find me a shiv to put in it, and then I can be able to double line it. And, but I need this truck to be able to lift stuff and move stuff. It's kind of what I bought it for. It's been great. Without a set of poles, I can suck stuff up on the back end with that roller on the back, and that winch cable is awesome. I need to do a lot of work to that truck, but that's another video. But I'm gonna stop babbling, and I'm gonna get this cut. Okay, I got the pipes cut. There's the ends. Like I said, that one, as you can tell, is swelled. So therefore, it tapers down here. That's why I cut both those ends off, so I can have some nice square ends. But what I did here is I measured back from here to here a foot, and I took a hammer, big sledge, and I tried to oblong these, smash them about flat. What I tried to do, and what I did is I just set them on the back of the old flatbed and smacked them a few times. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the torch here and I'm going to torch 2 holes in those, and then I'm going to make sure that them pins fit. And let me get you set up here. You can see this daggum tripod. I don't like it. Alright. I don't know if I got you too high. Alright. I'm going to fire up the torch here. Turn these bottles on. Got plenty of length. Alright. This torch is tricky because it's old. And don't loan your stuff out to people. I'm going to torch 2 holes, but I'm going to take these pins here, and as I'm torching them, I'm going to keep trying to make sure these pins fit, so that way I don't oversize the hole. one side. I got it going through. Got it going through. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and then we're gonna pin them in the truck, and we'll see how we can get them to come together. All right. Stop you here for a second. Okay, I got them torched, and I got them pinned in, and I got them leveled out on the end here. So what I ended up having to do, I thought I could just torch them out to fit just the pin, but I ended up having to make the holes just a little larger, which isn't a big deal as long as they were even, because it's pinned through the truck on both sides, so it's not like the pin's gonna wear out, and it's not like these are gonna be I don't know, too big of a deal where they're gonna egg the holes out and cause them to fail prematurely. So my plan is now I got to make a top here, and I was originally gonna take and torch a hole on this one here and here, and put a bar in here, and then weld me some washers on each end to keep the bar from sliding out. Just talked to my dad, and I was thinking about it before he called. I'm gonna make a, well, I'll show you. I got this rod, and I have a smaller piece, longer piece, not so thick either. This is a torsion bar out of a GMC Blazer, and I'm gonna heat that thing up to where it's glowing red and fold it in half. I'm either gonna do it to this one, or come back here. Move this stuff out of my way. I did dug all this out today so I can find these. There's why I got a huge pile of pipe right there. Got this rod right here. It's also, there's two of them here. They're also out of another GMC S10 Blazer. Well, yeah, these ones are out of an S10 Blazer. The other one that I had, the thicker one, there should have been two, but I didn't find the second one. Those came out of, well, either way, they're torsion bars. I knew I'd save them and hang on to them for someday. So I'm gonna take this piece of rod, nice and thick. I doubt I clean up the ends, but I'll just find the middle, heat it up with a torch, fold it into an A, and we'll go from there. I'll come back when I get that done. Okay, I have gotten the thing heated up with a blowtorch. I put a piece of pipe on it, which was that piece of paper right there. I heated it up, I bent it in half, and I cut another piece out of another bar, and I welded it in on both sides, all the ways around, nice and tight. What I did is I took it, I have another set of holes down here in the bottom, right here, and I slid the pipe in there, measured out the center, heated it up with the torch, and bent it. So what that does is, this comes down inside the pipe about yay so far now, and allows me to remove these pipes on and off the truck, remove that A piece out of there, so it doesn't hinder me on having to continue on using these or not. Now I have this 3/8 elevator cable. There's a 300 feet there, and I was talking with my dad, and he's like, you got some chain that I gave you, and I'm thinking about just going ahead and get the chain for the time being so I can get this project rolling. Maybe not, I don't know. I kind of want to get the cable on there. I think what I'm going to do is just connect it right here on this end here. Put a cable on this side and a cable on that side. I don't know. I don't have those deals that go in the cable to keep them from burn out, but I'm sure I can find something or figure something out. But if y'all curious on what I welded that up with, it's a 250 Miller 220. I picked this machine, no, it's a 150, my bad. I picked this machine up a year or so ago. Really haven't got to use it much, not as much as I'd like to, but I am thankful for having it. I think I got a really good deal on that thing. So these poles are just about done. It's just a matter of feeding the cable through that snatch block and tying it up there to the headache rack. And once I get that figured out, we'll go from there. If I'm going to use this cable or just go grab the chains. But there's a problem with that. One of the chains is up in a tree and I don't have a ladder here to get it down. So let me ponder it and I'll come back with a decision. Everybody, there she is. I got it up in the air, got the chains on it. Good thing about having a winch on there. Them poles are 12 feet high and they stick out of the back of the truck a good distance, so it's going to allow me to back up beside this Dodge and get a good lift on that unit. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. The problem I'm having right now is I can't get the winch cable to tighten up until I get this rear end off here. It's the cable is going under the rear end, and you can only imagine as it spools up, it's going to want to pick this rear end up and flip it off the truck. So until I can get that off here, this is what she looks like. I decided to go ahead and go with both chains. One, they're 3/8 chains, and I was sitting there thinking they're adjustable. That one's actually a little shorter than the other one, so there's not much adjustability in it, but that's perfect. I don't need it any lower than that. That's perfect. And also about the fact that I can take my winch cable, run it up there to the top, grab that block, pull the poles back, undo the chains, lower her down, and then take it off. So I'm happy about that. I got these pins on the sides that I can pull out, remove these, put them away. So I want to thank you all for watching. Like, share, and comment if you haven't. I want to thank you all again, and God bless you all.